Former Central Bank Governor Dr. Dilal Warul believes that public sector inefficiency is stifling Barbados' economic growth. He made the comment in his most recent online newsletter.
When the government overspends, the central bank runs out of foreign reserves. That is the situation that now threatens the Barbados Central Bank after almost a decade of overspending. The inefficiency of the public sector undermines the country's competitiveness and damages its international reputation. The current sewage crisis is the latest example of this.
Dr. Warul added that in order to release the economy's true growth potential, two things must therefore be done.
Venezuela is suffering food and medicine shortages. Inflation is rampant, crime is rising, and thousands cross the borders every day in search of provisions.
We apologize for that audio. A senior official with the Caribbean Development Bank has weighed in on calls from some quarters to Barbados and other countries in the region to consider using some form of cryptocurrency in their economies. The CDB's Director of Economics, Dr. Justin Ram, says when it comes to cryptocurrencies, people generally tend to think mainly of Bitcoin. But he says there's another aspect that is far more relevant for small island economies.
I think for us in the region, the real game changer is the underlying technology, which is the blockchain technology, which can be used for transactions not only as it relates to the transfer of money, but it can also be used for other types of transactions, for example, land deeds and other legal transactions as well. So I think for us in the Caribbean, we should be more focused on how we could utilize the blockchain technology to perhaps digitize some of our transactions. Just coming back to that earlier point about how do we move towards a much more greater use of a digital type of economy and being prepared for that. So I think for us in the Caribbean, our focus should really be on the blockchain technology and seeing how we could utilize that technology for the digitization of perhaps transactions that we currently have now within our economies.
Time now to take a look at how stocks traded on selected exchanges across the region.
Up first is Jamaica, where JMMB Group Limited 7.50% was the volume leader with 2,794,538 units, and they were followed by Wisinco Group Limited and Siboney Group Limited. In Trinidad, Grace Kennedy Limited was the volume leader with 311,789 shares changing hands for a value of $1,091,261.50, and they were followed by NCB Financial Group Limited and National Flour Mills Limited. And in Barbados, Sagicor Financial Corporation Limited was the volume leader, trading 7,499 shares at $2.10 each, and they were followed by Banks Holdings Limited and K. Shepherd and Company Limited.